Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Warhammer 40k Mechanicus Let's Play. So, in the last episode, we had to go investigate some Necron destroyers, and we ended up defeating one actually very easily. It turns out they don't really like melee combat, and so in surrounding one of them with two tech priests and a servitor, it tried to escape and ended up dying just to attacks of opportunity. So it actually went really smoothly for us, and it only cost us one servitor in the process. But otherwise, nobody was actually injured in that mission, and so we were pretty successful. We got 2 level ups, actually 3 out of it, if I'm not mistaken. So both Minarius and Jeremiah leveled up, but Jeremiah got a second one. And so they're pretty decked out now. He's got a new chest piece and new like robot spider legs, which is pretty cool. And then Minarius has these like really heavy robot looking legs now, both of which give them significant boosts to their hit points. Minarius is up to 12, Jeremiah is up to 16 now from his legs and chest piece. And let's see what else, I forget what he didn't gain any perks, did he? Yeah, I don't think he gained any perks, but both of them did improve their movement. So you went up +2, and I think Jeremiah went up +3. Yeah, so they can both move around a little bit better now as well. Pretty handy. But now we need to choose a new mission, and so we have 3 available this time. The Subdomina, Kepra, is offering us one as well. And this one's pretty tempting because we can get another tech priest out of this. Although part of me worries about having another tech priest I have to level up if it's, you know, gonna end up hurting us across all 3. But it sure would make combat easier because tech priests are far more powerful than servitors. We'd also get a vanguard out of it, which again would make combat easier. But the Blackstone reward's not as good. Here we get a vanguard alpha, so a little bit more melee oriented one, more Blackstone, and a refractor field generator, so something to help protect us. And then in this mission, we don't get any characters or troops out of it, but we do get a macro stubber and a power field generator, as well as, I think, the most Blackstone. I am leaning toward this. This was the first one offered to us of these 3, so I think I'm just going to take them in order at this point and get this out of the way. It will give us a new troop. And then I think in the following mission, I'm going to grab this new tech priest. I'm just a little bit worried about spreading the XP, or the Blackstone in this case, a little bit too thin this early. So yeah, let's knock this one out. We're going to deploy our 2 priests and servitors because that's our only option. We have a new canticle that we can use, so we'll take that as well. Yeah, we may as well. And I think we have 5 cognition slots now. I guess we'll see, but let's go ahead and do this. The potential for corruption in the Tomb of Argalet continues to vex me, Magos. The spreading of the incense was not enough? I fear not, Magos. The malevolence of the Necron is overwhelming. Observations on the Tech Cosmos, verse 68. We are derelict in the duty whenever we allow corruption to plague the minds of good men. What do you suggest? Our progress in the tomb makes it possible for us to install a system of voxcasters in the structure. And what would that achieve? Lingua Technis prayers could be transmitted to the very heart of the Necron resting place. Our troops would go everywhere bathed in the sacred binary of the Omnissiah. Sayings of the Princeps 65.4, when thou desirest to discourse purely, use binary. A novel concept, Lector Dogmatis. Dogmatis, I don't know. I have considered your plan, Videx, and a cohort has been deployed to the area. I have personally selected the prayers of purification and translated them into broad spectrum binary. Once the Voxcasters are active, the tomb will ring to the Omnissiah's word. I have the Voxcaster locations plotted, Magos. I'm still uncertain if this is worth the risk to our people. I'm with you, Kepra. All of this so far has been ridiculous. We're spreading incest and like propaganda voice boxes, and then at least the other guy was trying to like learn stuff, but it was questionable as to whether or not any of that knowledge was going to actually help us. One in possession of unaugmented emotional centers cannot appreciate the benefit of this operation. Morians 45.7. Above bullets, above blades, care for your soul above all. Your concerns are noted, Kepra, but you have your orders. Yes, Magos. His will be done. Okay, so let's see here. Our destination is actually right in our face, but it looks like we have to hit 2 of them. So let's do the glyph here, back. Then from this point, I think we will go around the horn and then to the final destination. So we'll start here. And what do we have? Glyph. Heavy door leading to treasure. Oh, these are new glyphs. The open one is not here, but this has not worked for us in the past. So this. Okay. It healed somebody, but we didn't need healing. But that's good to know, so at least that was a positive effect, I guess. Let's go ahead and install these first ones. They better not start blaring it while we're still here. It's gonna wake up the whole tomb. Oh boy. Cataphren Battle Servitor, armor not thick enough. Castellan's proving equally ineffective. Must find weakness before we're connection lost. It appears this xenos form triggered a fragmented recording from Razak. Indeed. It appears we'll have a tough time using heavily armored forces against this specimen. Maybe we can use their strength against them? Wise words, Dominus. And how exactly do we do that? I'd like to know in advance, please. We did get a new cognition slot, yes. Oh, there's 2 of these guys. That's concerning. Let's see. You there, you here. Let's start. And we're going to want to scan them above all else. We'll get our free cognition point there. Let's see. So there was 2. There's 1 over here. Come on, camera, work with me. There we go. Okay, so they're not any more resilient than a Necron warrior. But we'll see if they hit as hard or harder, I suppose. Let's see. I just don't want to take too much damage because we still have a long ways to go here. And I don't know how armored they are. I mean, sorry, I don't know how armed they are. I don't remember what these guys do. I think they're primarily melee focused. That would allow you to shoot, though. Let's do that. He shoots for free, so there's no reason not to. Didn't get anything through there, but we did learn a little bit more about him without scanning, so that's nice. That will allow... Oh, what are you doing? Did you steal our cognition? That's not cool. Right, well, we'll grab, like, something obscure like that. And we'll try to set somebody up to fire on one of these guys, I guess. Let's see, I don't want to close in too much. You have quite the range. You can hit him from there? Can you hit him from here? You can. 0 to 6. That will do it. If I can hang back and attack them from back here, then that's what I'd prefer to do. I only have to survive for 2 rounds, huh? Well, that should be easy. I mean, I say that, but it might not be. Okay, they do have a ranged attack. And... it's not the worst, but that acid will hurt us over time. Great. Oh, that's going to wake up a warrior. Oh, we got flayed ones crawling out of the floor. What is this vile mix of flesh and machine? Is this a form of Necron in its infant state? What has Scaevola got to say? Unsurety statement loaded. Unsure of life form progression path. Diagnosing possible outcomes. Sign of degradation, deformed segmentation, and physiological deformities. Possible solutions. Infant disease, parasitic life form that represents form of ripped flesh. Should I continue? That's enough, Scaevola. I believe we are not the ones to diagnose Necron health, but instead be their executioners. I am mostly concerned for my troops' morale. There have been reports of Scutarii disappearing in these tombs, and I believe I now know why. Scutarii lives, less than Archaeotech STC fragments mission. How supportive of you, Redditus. Well, this is going to be fun. There's our cognition. Yeah, don't get too close to him. Let's fall back. We only need to survive one more round, so let's just try not to do anything stupid. Okay, so they're not that tough. Not too bad. I'm not going to heal yet. Yeah, I'm not going to heal yet. So let's end your turn there. This guy's going to steal cognition and then move down here to attack. I can get you to that cognition point, which will allow you to fire. And we can kill the flayed one. Okay. 1 to 8. Or I can spend a cognition to move in and melee attack it. I don't want to get too close to those things, though. 4 damage, that's enough. Okay. Let's end the turn. Acid's gonna hit him for another point. In they come. Oh, they just res the flayed one. Or they will res the flayed one. I think his line of sight is still blocked, hopefully. Oh, another one climbing up. So, what happens now that we've survived for the time limit? Oh, okay. Right. Well, I can only deploy one, so it's gonna be here, I guess. Let's move you to there. That should distract. Finish him off so he doesn't get back up, please. That'll be the end of your turn. We'll get our cognition back. If you move in here, you can hit him with your axe, and that's probably the only way that you're going to have any effect on these guys, because your gun doesn't do enough to get through their shields, unfortunately. So let's put you here. That does leave you a little bit vulnerable, though. Attack, if you would. 5 damage, nice. Let's grab some cognition, now that they're not stealing it from us over there. We are gonna need it. How much does this heal for? 2 to 4? I'm wondering if I should... No, I need that. I need to save it. Otherwise, Jeremiah won't get an attack. Oh, you're gonna fire at Jeremiah again? You bastards. So that's 2 more damage. The question now is... Sorry about that lag, I don't know where that came from. Do I focus on the warrior or on these guys? Let's get rid of these guys. They do hit a bit hard. And unfortunately, they also have acid, so we'll lay into a bit. That's 5. That's a good chunk. And then we'll go ahead and grab another cognition point for later. What was that survive for a couple rounds all about? Because if we have to kill them all anyways, that obviously entails surviving for more than 2 rounds. Okay, so Flayed one coming in. It's going to attack Minarius. Yeah, they hit kind of hard. He's going to attack my servitor. Luckily, he didn't kill it, although the acid probably will. Got him on the attack of opportunity, luckily. The warrior's going to fire at the servitor. That's fine. He was going to die from the acid anyways. Okay, warrior moving up. Okay. I can deploy more servitors if I would like. Let's get at least 1 in here. I think I'm going to save the other 2 for attacks, though. Okay. I need you to hit the Flayed one, please. Nice. Is that going to crit? No. Well, I'm going to ask you to heal out of range. Really? You have to be adjacent? Okay. I'll have to do that later then. That's really all you can do then. Ouch. And again with the acid. Okay, well, finish him off, please. That's a little bit better. What to do with you? I think we'll run you down here for the extra cognition point. I think that does break line of sight there as well. Something like that. We'll end your turn. Acid continues to chip away there. Flayed one going in for another hit. Now it's the servitor's turn. Do I kill the Flayed one? I don't know. I think I'm going to use the servitor to buy us some more time. Yeah, go here. Because they get to attack this turn, so they should focus on the servitor now. And we get 2 free attacks. Assuming that the damage is actually getting through, we need to scan him. Okay, he'll probably fire and kill the servitor, but that's fine. We're getting cognition out of this. And they didn't attack my tech priest, which is the most important thing. Although if we have to fight again, we have like no servitors left. Okay, well at least that's back. What to do, what to do. Let's deploy you there. Well, you kind of have to attack, because that Flayed one's going to rip you up if you try to run. So, that was stupid of me putting him here. I was hoping that he could do the job, but obviously this guy has to swing or he can't move, so there was no reason for that. Should have just put the servitor over with the warriors, where it could actually do something, but oh well. We'll grab that cognition and go ahead and swing. Okay, well, at the very least, the servitor can make sure he doesn't get back up. You can now turn around and fire on this guy, I suppose. Well, that got through. And then I can march him up next to Jeremiah and use a point to heal him. Hopefully we get max. Oh, only 2. Well, better than 0, I guess. Let's end your turn. It looked like it was going to let you fire on him. No. Let's see. My concern there is he'll still shoot you. grab that. So if you move there, potentially you could one-shot this guy and then fire on him. Yeah, go ahead and fire. And he should still be able to move, so we'll move him into melee combat now. And that will lock this guy up with an attack of opportunity if he tries to leave. Acid's still chipping away at us, though. Flayed one's still down. This guy's gonna try to get back up, but we won't let him. You make sure he doesn't. And then you can hustle on over here. And we'll have you do the same on that one. Attack of opportunity as he tries to run, and we downed him. Perfect. Pretty messy there, but we were successful. I will take it. They threw a lot of stuff at us there, and a lot of stuff we weren't familiar with, too. Sayings of the Archmagi, Appendix 4. Such sweet music is the chatter of binary that has no tongue to lie. Ensure the volume is sufficient, Magos. So 40 Blackstone for this. The first Voxcaster unit is in place. It immediately begins transmitting the complex binaria of Lingua Technicus. Increase the volume. Turn up the volume maximum. Prayers are loud enough as it is. I'm just going to leave it. I don't want to get any more awakening. Huh. You leave the Voxcaster on its default setting. The sound draws the enemy curious at this new form of intrusion into their resting place. So it looks like we did get more Blackstone for that. I'm happy as long as we didn't get more awakening for it. So we wanted to check this, and then we wanted to loop around like so. Or we could just outright ignore that. It's difficult to say. And I can use this too. I probably should. Oh, I can't use it right now. I have to be in battle, right? Let's check this out. Potentially more Blackstone to be had. Nope, we just woke up more Necrons. The cohort's communications pick up a transmission played in a binary adjacent Xenos language that can be interpreted as a distress signal. It's originating from the next chamber and is transmitted only in the very local area. We can listen from outside, attempt to answer, enter the chamber to find the source. Let's find the source. A ship that Argalek's fleet destroyed, perhaps. It sounds just like the Void Admiral to record its last moments and replay it for his amusement. So 3 CP for that, nice. The chamber contains a flickering hologram of a ship's bridge with a captain of an unknown xeno species making the transmission as the ship breaks apart around him. Well, at least we filled our cognition with that. So back to here. As beat up as we are, I don't think I'm gonna do these. I think I'm gonna go here, check the glyph, come back, and complete the mission. So what do we have here? One of the Voxcasters being transported by the cohort begins emitting strains of music from an unknown source. The music sounds like it is of human origin, but it could interfere with the binary transmissions. Find the source of the music through examining the local news sphere. Sure. I shall chastise the offender in person. Maxims Metallica 76.12. From such small heresies are great apostasies made. Necron initiative decreased. The music proves to stem from a non-standard cranial augment, one of the Scutarii soldiers, which he has altered to play the music. He's got his own, like, AirPods in his head. Okay, well, let's check this glyph out. Hopefully it's for some more Blackstone, and then we'll finish this thing off. Alright, so this panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room beyond, which is filled with cognition. If we can work out the right commands, then we can reap the rewards within. I don't need cognition, though. So this healed somebody last time, and this has been giving us Blackstone. But the treasure is cognition, is what we're reading here. So is it heal or cognition? Because I would rather have heal. Let's see. Plus 2 HP? Yeah, so it did heal us. Okay, I'll take that. I'm still not in great shape, so I don't think I want to fight these guys, especially if there's a fight waiting for us here. So let's just move to the end. Alright, so they reanimate one turn faster again. I'm not super worried about that. The Necron Tomb is trying to defend itself. Clearly our mission is working. Aphorisms 94.13. The enemy rushes to action when our ministrations cause him fear. A swarm of tiny scarab-like constructs emerged from apertures on the walls and began scurrying all over the Voxcaster, chewing through its casing with their steel mandibles. Clear away the scarabs with the righteous application of flame. Clear away the scarabs with the cohort's melee weapons. Retrieve the Voxcaster before it's destroyed. It can be deployed elsewhere. Righteous application of flame is one of my favorite phrases, so let's do it. A sound strategy, Magos. Colloquialisms of Metallica, Chapter 52. Enough fire in the right place can solve any problem. I like that one. That's one of the few quotes of his I approve of. So we did increase Awakening, but we also got Blackstone for that, which is nice. And I don't think Awakening matters in this case because we are already complete with the mission. If it had brought us up to 4, it would, because that's 1 extra % on the Global Awakening, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Mission complete. The final Voxcaster is installed. The binary prayers flow through the tomb, filling both real space and the local noosphere, with the words of Workshop exalting the Omnissiah and the Creed of Mars. We're going to lose some Blackstone for healing these guys, but I think we still did alright. The unholy lair of the alien now rings to the words of the Omnissiah. Epigrams of Saints Eucelsis 3.89. Protect the shield of the mind, and the body will be shielded thereby. I'm starting to lose my voice. The Necron can strike at our minds as well as our bodies, and we must protect both. In this, Lector Dogmatis, I agree with you. I hope we are of the same mind on other matters too, Magos. Our exploration of Silva Tenebris should be executed with a view to the destruction of all traces of the alien. I have not yet decided if we should commit such extremes, Videx. I feel multiple emotional prerogatives as well as logical analyses, all competing for primacy in my neurovaults. Our mission here may not be as simple as you think. Just be ready to make the right choice when the time comes, Magos. Recall the words of Fabricator General Plutonus. The eyes of the Omnissiah are ever upon us. Yeah, that cost us quite a lot. And it actually didn't factor in the healing either. So that really hurts. We'll see how much Blackstone we actually get for this. But either way, we got our Vanguard Alpha, so that's nice. Okay. So, how much did we actually net? It looks like we lost 110 from having to heal these guys. Then we earned, what, 32.56 plus another 137. And we unlocked a new Canticle. So we have 3 that we can use now. We can fill out our thing. Oh, we actually got 2. What's this one do? Next attack will break physical armor. That could be useful. Who knows? Oh, 3. Any more? 4. They keep coming. Alright. We'll have to decide which one of those is the most beneficial. Okay, so let's look at you. Taser Goad deals area damage. So you don't have a ranged weapon, huh? Interesting. I mean, that's no worse than the Servitor. And they have more health. Okay, well, Minarius, I owe you a level up, since you're 1 behind Jeremiah. Question is, do we take Extraction Protocol, or do we take another piece of equipment? Command fire sounds really good. If he had like a whole complement of Scutarii, that could be lethal in like one volley. Let's see what kind of equipment he's got here. 4 to his max HP. That could be good too. That's very similar to what he already has, and it's in the same slot, so I shouldn't take that even if I like it better. I kind of like the headgear, to be honest. It looks vaguely like him. Not a ton, but closer than anything else I've seen. Okay. So here's your headgear. And that's all we can do for you at the moment. Now, I have enough for one more. The question is who gets it. If I upgrade you, I have 2 choices. I can give you the ability to avoid attacks of opportunity and +3 to your movement, which is a net +6 on top of his gear. Or I can give him an additional... Or sorry, no, that just makes the Servo Skull able to attack. That's really, really not useful, to be honest. So, Machine Spirit attacks deal +2, but that's very situational because the Machine Spirits aren't always active. Inertia Enhancers... That's the same. We already kind of looked at this, and I wasn't in love with either of these. I almost kind of regretted speccing him this way. But I have to take these if I want to grab more equipment, and I have to grab more equipment if I want to move down the line. I almost wish I'd made him an Engine Seer, because Engine Seers are very tanky. And they have the ability to heal. Suppose it's not too late. But if I spread him too thin, I guess I don't think it really hurts. Let me know if I'm going about this all wrong. But as far as I can tell, there's no real escalation to these perks. They don't get better as they go along. Well, I guess they do. Vaguely. The last perk seems to be noticeably better than the rest. But it almost seems like I should just kind of pick and choose. Like, for example, this could really benefit him. A few of these could really benefit him. Some of the Engine Seer stuff would make him more durable with the Dominus and the Explorator stuff. Could help. I just don't know. I feel like I should have spent this elsewhere. But his, like, giving him the ability to self-heal would be really nice. I just don't know. I'm just gonna stick with Dominus for now. I'll probably regret it, but at least I can give him another weapon. Or I'll probably give him something more like this, like an Omnispecs. Ideally, something that doesn't cost cognition, or something that at least has a passive bonus that helps us. Like, I could give him that, and that lets him fire for free. The Omnispecs, I just don't know if that does anything else. If it only has the active effect, I don't really care for it, to be honest. So there's a 50% chance that it misses you for the cost of 1 cognition. But it's not guaranteed, so who cares? But if it tells me where all the enemies are on the map, that would be different. I don't know. I think I'd rather have the gun that fires for free, because that's an extra free attack. Yeah, and that way he can shoot even if he's out of cognition. Because he has +4 range, so he's almost always in range. So we'll go with that for now. And you took gear, so you don't get another... I mean, you do, it's just... it goes into the gear that you bought, so yeah. But I'd like to, that doesn't show up on there. What happens if we unplug this one? Okay, it does show up. So whichever one you equip first is the one that shows up, it looks like. So I'll give you that. And give you this. And that brings his health up to 14. It gives him a energy shield. Meanwhile, you now have 2 guns, health of 16, and 1 physical damage shield. And now your servitor can attack, which I'll probably, or excuse me, your servo skull can attack, which I'll probably never use. Alright, so we have new missions here. This is normal difficulty. So there is a source, a transmission somewhere, and for this we get an arc pistol, a scanner, and some blackstone. I will not be doing that next time. It's either going to be this one or this one. More likely this one, because I think I said I was going to do this next, and I wouldn't mind an additional tech priest. I think it's going to be an engine seer. So, yeah. But I think that's what we'll do next time. Anyways, we'll leave it there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Warhammer 40k Mechanicus with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.